Denver 8 TV, your city, your source.
Well, thank you all for coming to the Wheatley celebration. My name is Paul Books, and I'm president of Palisade Partners. Today is a very exciting day to celebrate the Wheatley project in 5 Points. This will be the first large-scale development that's been completed in this neighborhood since the Points project in 2002. We hope to keep this progress going forward with our brownstones at King Stroud Court, our mixed-use project at 2560 Welton, and the Rossonian redevelopment. As many of you know, the Wheatley is named after Phyllis Wheatley, the first female African-American poet of the United States. This site once was the place of the Phyllis Wheatley YWCA, and we are in talks with folks that still have pictures and artifacts from the Phyllis Wheatley YWCA. We look forward to incorporating these artifacts and pictures into the project on the inside and out, and we look forward to maintaining the rich history of this very important historical cultural neighborhood. We are excited to have a mixed-use project that includes rent, for sale, and retail, which will help further activate 5 Points. In addition, we have 20% of our apartment units that are workforce housing at the 80% AMI level to ensure this neighborhood stays inclusive, along with Brent Snyder's project just a block away that includes other workforce housing as well. We hope to be open in spring of 2016, and as of today, we have 11 of our 14 townhomes already sold. This project would not have been possible without the efforts of a ton of folks, many of which are here today, so thank you guys for coming out. Let me just name, I'll try to run through this list quickly. Tim Welland and Sarah Fischetti of Palisade Partners, Crane Architecture. There's folks in all these companies that I should name, but I'm just going to run through. Crane Architecture, Confluence Companies, THE Consulting Group, Clear Creek Real Estate, Styleworks. Financing was done by U.S. Bank. The 5 Points in Curtis Park neighborhood as a whole deserves a huge round of applause. This neighborhood is really providing Denver, I think, a blueprint on how to marry neighborhood needs and development interests. They work fantastically together, and as long as both sides are listening, I think you end up with fantastic results. So, also need to thank the 5 Points Business District and Tracy Winchester, the Landmark Commission and Barbara Stockland Steely, and the Office of Economic Development and Paul Washington and his team. This project was part of the Welton Challenge. In addition, we also received $475,000 of financing for the project as well from the Office of Economic Development. The Denver Urban Renewal Authority and Tracy Huggins, Mark Tompkins, and Brad Boyle. We received $1.3 million of GAP financing to also make this project a reality and possible. Also, Councilman Albus Brooks deserves a huge round of applause. He's done amazing things for the 5 Points neighborhood as a whole, his entire district, and is currently the chairman of the 5 Points Business District building. So, and there are many, many more. We have, Todd Olinger. We've got Snell and Wilmer is a great partner, and anyone else that I've forgotten. Land Title is a great partner as well. So, thank you guys all. In addition, this project would not have been possible without the support of our visionary mayor. 5 Points has been a top priority for Michael Hancock and his administration, and it shows with his Welton Challenge and his continued energy and efforts to revitalize 5 Points. At this time, I would like to introduce our great mayor, Michael B. Hancock.
Thank you, Paul, and good afternoon, everyone. It's a real honor to keep being summoned down to the Welton Corridor for what is a truly transformative moment in the life of this community and the life of our community, our city. You know, just 2 years ago, Paul Washington, who is hiding back there, one of the most humble, successful public servants I've ever worked with, and his team imagined the Welton Corridor Challenge, where developers like Paul and Palisades and other developers could compete for design and project support from the city and county of Denver. $475,000 of investment resulted in almost 10 times that amount of money in this corridor in terms of projects. The Wheatley project is one of those projects, and we want to congratulate the Palisade partners who brought this great idea to develop 2 vacant parcels on this block, and we're now seeing that vision come to fruition. So Paul, I'm going to try and make sure I recall this. Here in the Welton corridor, we really have a 4-legged stool, value-driven objective. Jobs, transit and transportation, preserving the culture, and affordable housing. How'd I do, Paul?
Pretty good, Mayor. Very good.
3 out of 4? What's the one I missed?
Retail.
Oh, I got retail, yeah. That comes with jobs. No. But retail. And with partners like Tracy Winchester and Councilman Albus Brooks and the developers who are along this corridor, Tracy Huggins and Dura and Paul Washington and the Office of Economic Development and many others, we're going to achieve that 4-legged stool value objective in making sure that we completely transform this corridor. Our investment in this project of $475,000 continues our commitment to affordable housing. 18 of these units will be affordable housing. These units will be reserved for people earning up to 80% of the area median income, which is very important to our housing strategy, helping us to move forward with our commitment of 3,000 units in the next 5 years or within this 5-year time frame. We are well on our way to achieving that goal. We are providing housing, and Paul, I want to thank you and Palisade Partners for providing housing for our young professionals, for our teachers, and many others who may be starting in their lives in terms of housing. This mixed income nature of this development is an essential component to creating a diverse, healthy, and vibrant community, and again, driving that 4-legged stool value objectives that we have for the Welton Corridor. And so I'm proud to be here as part of this wonderful project. We'll keep coming down as many times as you want us to turn dirt for affordable housing units, because that is the watch phrase of this era, affordable housing. And so with that, I want to thank Paul Brooks and the Palisade Partners, the 5 Points Business District, and Tracy Winchester, who's been a tremendous partner, and again, Dura and Tracy Huggins for their tremendous work in bringing TIF financing to this project. I'm also proud to bring to the podium a good friend and a wonderful councilman for this district, and who is absolutely committed to the 4-stool value-driven objective of this corridor. Give it up for Councilman Albus Brooks.
Let me adjust this a little higher here. Hey, 5 Points is under construction. Come on, y'all. First time in 30, 40 years that this has happened. I want to thank the mayor for being here. Anytime you know that the mayor attends a groundbreaking, you know it's a big deal. And he is spending a lot of time on Welton Street this year because there's so much development. We talked about in August 2013, on 30th and Welton, we announced the Welton Challenge. We announced it. And just 2 short years after that, we have entered into development in over $200 million of redevelopment in 5 Points in 2015 and 16. So that is incredible return on investment, right? Give it up for the Office of Economic Development. You know, this is one of the few areas in the city where you will see development happening and you will see neighbors cheering, right? So I see a lot of neighbors in the area right here, and they are cheering because we are working lockstep with developers and neighborhoods to come up with smart development for the neighborhood. And I'm so proud of this area and how we come together, worked on this development, and how we'll continue to do that. So I hope, Mayor, all of you that are here, that we are setting a trend in the city and county of Denver to say you can do smart growth and smart development in the city if you work together. We got to come together and we got to build a great city. So I want to thank everyone who's done that. The 5 Points Business District, Curtis Park neighbors have done an incredible job in supporting this as well. We have in District 8, soon to be District 9, 650 affordable units currently under construction. It's the most in the city. And I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank Dura, Tracy Huggins over there. I want to thank Paul Washington for seeing our area that is changing quickly, that it's important for community sustainability. And I also want to thank Paul. Paul Books is we're kind of like brothers, from different mothers. Because he's Paul Books and I'm Albus Brooks. And he's a young developer, but he gets it. And I hope his motto will be portrayed throughout the city. And his motto is, I really want to understand the community. I really want to understand the fabric of the community. And for him to name this, the Phyllis Wheatley building, means a ton. Not only to me, but this community and the legacy of the African American heritage here in 5 Points. And so from us, community leaders, Paul and Palisade Partners, we want to thank you for thinking about the legacy and what's continuing. And so now I want to bring up, and this is the other thing I want to say. I can't believe how many people are buying this building. I mean, it's sold out virtually. I mean, we have people calling our office trying to, we're not selling, just so we don't sell for Palisade Partners at all. But people calling our office saying, can we get in there? My friend Lori Rabinowitz, we work on another project. She was sitting in our office and she said, man, I've heard about 2460. You think I can get a place in there? We text Paul. Paul said, oh yeah, we got places for sale. And she bought it on the spot. So, I mean, this place is hot right now, and it's really exciting to see all that's going on. I want to bring up someone who is just a tireless worker on Welton, from Broadway all the way to Downey. Tracy Winchester came and took over this position as the 5 Points Business Executive Director at a time when we didn't know what was going on in 5 Points, or we didn't have Paul Bookses and individuals like that who were ready to do development. But she came by in a tough time, and now she is serving at a time when we are literally killing it here in Welton. She's done a great job, and everybody knows Tracy Winchester. And so I want you to give it up for my good friend, Executive Director Tracy Winchester.
Thank you, Councilman Brooks. And thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Paul, for having this wonderful presentation ceremony here today. What I would like to do is represent to you, in front of you today, all of the neighbors, all of the residents, all of the property owners and business owners who in 2009 came together under Will Alston. Will, who was my predecessor here at the 5 Points Business District, who rallied together all of the neighbors, business owners, property owners to come together and say, what's the vision for our future? What do we want for the revitalization of this community? And they came together relentlessly, meetings after meetings, surveys after surveys, documenting everything that they wanted, fighting it out in the back rooms. I mean, it was a struggle, and they did it. And as a result of that, they came up with a vision plan, they came up with a strategy, and they magnetized everyone to come to them and rally behind them to revitalize this neighborhood. And so I say it's a testament to the residents who are here, the residents who were here in the 1920s, the people who were here of the African American persuasion who said, this is a great community and we want to invest in it. And we did this, and they invested in it by instilling those goals, those values into their children. And then their children did it into their children. And those children, the property owners today, the business owners today, were able to make this happen, to bring this into fruition. I am so proud to be a part of this community. Now, I've only been here for 30 years, which I think kind of justifies being a part of this community, even though I'm not a native. But we all have a common bond here. We all love what this history is about, and the fact that we were able to attract Paul Brooks, who understood. I mean, Paul, I'm not even sure, I think I was like in college when you were born or something like that. I don't know. But the fact that you were able to come and realize the value, the heritage, the benefit of this community, and not want to destroy it, but actually wanted to preserve it and build on it. That's a unique individual. Paul is a unique individual, and I praise him for coming here and understanding the neighbors and understanding what their vision was and is, and working with them. I mean, there was plenty of nights. You Glenarm residents, you know what I'm talking about. You know we were out there plenty of nights meeting and giving our input and our ideas and asking Paul to take and listen to us, and Paul did. So thank you all. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for supporting the neighbors. And thank you, Mr. Mayor, because without you, this would not have happened, because it had to trickle down. It had to trickle down. We needed the power of government to help the citizens of this neighborhood. So it was truly a partnership. It was truly an alliance. And I'm so proud, so very proud to be here today. So thank you all. Thank you for coming.
Scissors right there.
We'll now do the scissor cutting.
All right, ready? On the count of 3. Hold on. Go.